Hello everybody and welcome to the Geoguessr tournament. The first match we have is Chen versus Jim. Let me just mute the muter. Oh shit, I stream open. No fucking wonder. I'm getting blasted by sound, but our first match is here, Chen versus Jim. That I don't really know how this will go, because I don't know how good both players are. I think Jen does have a bit of an advantage over Jim Deck, given that she does speak Spanish, which is a major advantage, definitely going into the regions of like Latin. That's very open for both to know like both players already. So let's not waste any more time and let's just get straight into the action. Alright, let's see. Let's get this. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird, I'm a little bit ill. First round seems like very northern, the country. I don't know if the players actually have their stream open, so I will clearly say, to me this looks like Russia in my opinion. Like, if why the hell is Jim not looking? Okay, I'm gonna quickly just, I need to, settings, well, I can abort game. Sorry for this technical difficulty. So let's see. Jim seemed to have been failed to load into the match, so don't worry about it. We'll get it back up and running soon. They're just like bumpy. Alright, okay, both players are back in. Oh, so we're still on the screen. How cool. Let's see if we keep my eyes on chat for a bit. Well, we're back. It's a very flat country. Is Jim not in again? Oh, Jim is playing. Yeah, Jim's internet is very poor here. He's playing at a major disadvantage, given that he really can't move a lot then, because he's just looking at the ground. I mean, I'm also not getting a good feed of what he's doing. We should just be in America right here, in my opinion, because like with how flat an oil feels, I have no clue at which state in America, because I'm not that good. Both players are absolutely taking their sweet time on this one. Both moving very slowly, trying to get that information. Oh, we have a little bit of a zoom coming out from Chen to Mexico. Okay, now in the US, like I mentioned. Texas, New Mexico, that area I do like. Oh, and she locks in the guess on like the border of Oklahoma, Texas. I don't think that's the area. I think it would rather be at that New Mexico border, or maybe to that Colorado guess. But hey, what a guess from right here. Just like 400 kilometers off. That's a lot of damage, definitely for that first round, because those multipliers really do come fast. But already on 1.5x damage, another flat country. We have some text here. Maelstrom Lodge. That is a very big clue for me, because I know the language, but do these players know it? Yeah, Jim is looking here at the sun, revealing that it should be the southern hemisphere, I think. Also, with these yellow outlines, we're probably looking at South Africa, or South Africa in English. Moving here doesn't really do a lot, because there's just a lot of vast nothingness. And we're really just in the flatlands. But we'll see if any of these players will try to go for a road lineup or something. And we're looking, still in the spawn, looking at the same sign. Do these players recognize it? We'll see. Both as well, again, taking their time, their sweet ass time. Oh. Nobody is even... Oh, there it is. Jim is the first person to open their map. 30 seconds remaining. Oh, I really don't like where both of them are zooming. That does not look like that, Orchid. Yeah, see. We're here. A bit above Joburg. Like Pretoria, that area. Both players did not know. That's absolutely sad. And here we have immediately a flag. It's a regional flag, so I doubt any people will know that. I think we're just gonna have an easy Germany round on this one. You have originally with the buildings, I thought we were looking at Dutch buildings, but these are clearly German place names, so I think we're somewhere near the Dutch border at least in Germany. But do these players know that? That's like the big thing here, because all of these players are very, very inexperienced. Oh, we have actually a Europe zoom from Jen. Looking at German. No, I don't think this is Belgium, Jen. But hey, yeah. Jim just found German political posters. It's going not in the air. Oh, it was all the way up in Kiel. Literally at Kiel. If they knew their rule 6, they would have. Jim would have actually 5k'd that for sure. But hey, now we're in what seems to me, I'm not 100% sure right here, but we are seemingly in some kind of Southeast Asia country, like the Philippines could be. That's like, or Indonesia, like one of those two countries. I'm not exactly 100% sure myself. We'll see on which vibes they're picking up. They're really looking at those houses, trying to get any clues. Oh, we have some language here found by Jin. That should be Thai. It could also be Cambodian, but those two languages are very similar. Oh, Jen has also found the language. Let's see if they recognize it. Yeah, that should just be Thai, I feel like it. And Jim seems to go on the Cambodia-Thailand border. Oh, Jen, what are you doing? That's not it! It was at the Laos border of Thailand. And Jim, with an absolute combat, Mertens, Jen, amazingly. What a round! That was a big blunder, but those multipliers are very important. Let's go immediately into our no moving game. Jim goes up to 1-0. Let's see if Jen can push it into an NPC. Let's see if both players are spawned in. Jen is not in. But I'll just abort the game. Okay, I need to... Sometimes it just gets them in when their name is gray, sometimes it doesn't. She's still seemingly inactive, though she's claiming... We have some minor inconveniences. Once again. So... yeah, let's hope that she's in right now, and let's pray that she's actually in it. Yeah, Jen's not in again. I will need to abort this game once again. We are having major technical issues. Oh yeah, both players should be in right now. Jen, is she moving? Yes, she opened the map. So, yeah, she should be in. Because... yes, Jen is now in, and we know it for certain. You're in the no move category. Can Jen actually bring it back? As it's she has some technical issues. Well, everybody's having technical issues, it seems. Hey, Jim is thinking about that Mexico Guatemala area, which isn't really a good get. I also don't like where Jen is looking, but Brazil, yeah. Yeah, okay, it was the Philippines, rather confusing. I was also kind of thinking of like Latam, but I was thinking more of like high up in Brazil, like near Colombia or something. But okay, we're back in Southeast Asia, it seems. I'm not exactly 100% sure what country we're in right now. It seems like either Sri Lanka or Thailand to me. And Jen is immediately zooming in on Colombia. Ecuador insta-lock. I don't believe that is right, but she is confident in it, it seems. So we'll see how this turns out. I feel like Jim is looking to Europe and Africa. No, you're not looking at it. This is not gonna be the damage. We were here in Java, West Java, east of Bandung. Both players just not being able to lock it in. We have here a very moderate climate. We have some buildings in the background. These look European to me. I think we're gonna be looking at here like maybe Russia or like Poland. Wouldn't see that being wrong. One of those like, or like Baltic countries. Actually, I really do like where Jen is. Denmark? No, it's not. Both be looking at Denmark, but hey, it's fine. It's Lithuania. It's tiny amount of damage. Doesn't mean anything. Both players just thinking the same thing. Let's see, we have an absolutely scenic country right here. Should just be Iceland. No, actually it could be. No, could it be? It couldn't be Norway. Oh, confusing things. Just, let's see if what the players are thinking. Oh, I don't have the normal pass, like the modern on the top of the screen here. So let's see what the players are thinking of. Jim, why are you looking at Brazil? Like that dumb. Going Ireland here. Yes, it was Iceland indeed. The Ireland guess, yeah, it's worried because Jim was so far off, and if Jim doesn't lock in right now, we'll be going to NMBZ. We have just some French style buildings, and those bowlers, I'm not sure if they're actually French. We could be in like Romania. Yeah, Romania actually makes. Doesn't make sense. No, I'm confusing things. Actually, I don't dislike France too much. I'm not sure about the bollards if they are right and washed, but I actually like. Let's see where we have John zooming in on Europe once again, which should be right here. Let's see if Jim actually realizes where we are, or if both 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Jim locks in. Let me see the map real quick. Poland. Another Belgium guess from Jet. It was in Austria, right? No, it wasn't in Austria. It was in Slovenia, right at the Austrian border. Let's see. We spawn in. Oh. We have car meta. Do these players recognize this car? I mean, to be fair, this car does come up in quite a fair few countries. But I'm actually not too sure exactly which country it would be. But I think it's just, yeah, Kazakhstan, I think. Right here. I don't think these players will get it. It's quite a bit. It's quite hard to get. I think if I was clueless, I'd just go rush on this one. But I really don't know what these players are thinking right here. The US, I don't like that. I don't like that question. I don't like either of your guess. Yeah, I was right. It was Kazakhstan. Thank God. Jen just chipping away. Jim needs to win this round right here, right now, because the multiplayer is way too big. We have rainy coverage. Ooh, I've all through the South Road. We have an English-speaking country, which is rather warm. I think this is just gonna be Australia. It's actually, but like Tasmania maybe. with those trees, eucalyptus trees. That's gonna be probably Victoria, or I mean, I don't see this type of pavement being the US what Jen is thinking, seemingly. Where are these players? They're taking it always their sweet time here. Who's gonna get? I don't like the Europe zoom again from Jen. Both seem absolutely clueless going into this round. Where to go and what to do. The United Kingdom, I don't like that guess. Not at all. I mean, yes, is the UK ready and do they speak English? Absolutely. But it just... You wouldn't find the eucalyptus trees in the UK. I don't like... Yes, it was just in Victoria, Australia. I was right on the A44 for 4400. Whatever. Oh, we have some in El Faro. I think we are in Latin America right here. Probably. Let me see what's like. Yeah, we're probably in like some Latin American country like Chile, Peru, at the coast. That just makes sense. It looks fairly barren, which is like, Jim, why are you looking at Spain? This doesn't look Spanish whatsoever. And Jen looking at that. Jim just locks in Spain right here. And Jen is... Yeah, Jen probably has the game right here, right now. Pushing it. Yeah, it was Argentina. I didn't see what the coastline was from, but that makes it 1-1. We're going to no move, ban, and zoom. Let's see. Can I continue? Both players have immediately press continue, so they are here. Let's get into the no move, ban, and zoom. One picture, that's it. These players will absolutely be struggling here. This is the hardest modes you can get in Geoguessr. Okay. I am guessing this is just gonna be like Ardennes or in France. But let's see if these players know it. Because like, that's it. Oh, Jen immediately moving into the, zooming in into France. That's absolutely makes sense right here. That area of France doesn't make sense, but does Jim know? He could be, if he actually goes there, that's so big damage. Holy, what a guess from Jen. 4,000 points in round 1. That's insane. And here we are in Mother Russia, it seems. Actually, I'm not too sure. I mean, with that antenna on the car, I think the antenna in Russia is a wee bit smaller, but it could be like Ukraine as well. Let's see if these players actually have a clue right here. Where to go, where to look at. I don't like Ireland, Jen. I do not like Ireland. But I like it more as where Jim was looking. But he switches over. 7 seconds to lock in. And he locks in on Spain. It was just Ukraine. In some Moshny. I'm not gonna... Jen wins the round again. It was just a little bit damage because they were both so far off. And here we are. Yellow outlines. Driving on the right side of the road. Let's see where both players are willing to take this. I actually don't have a clue myself where to guess even. Like, middle America, I guess. genuinely am also clueless on this one. I wouldn't say it's in Europe because we don't have yellow street lines right here. And that game was in Romania, and Jen wins it 2-1. I'm gonna throw it to quick break, so we can get the next match up and running. Let me just quickly also update our bracket. Oh yeah, I also need to start the tournament on challenge so I can update the bracket. Report score 2-1 victory from Jen, moving on into the next round and eliminating Jim Deck from the server. No, not from the server. And we go on to our next match, which should be Coop versus Mr. Free. Let's, while we wait, put on some music. And also let's get them invited into our room so we can get this match back on the road. Where we have these people. I love it when I need to find people in my DMs that I haven't DM'd in ages. Both have been invited. Let's see, maybe Mr. Freak is still in that Moki, because there's a Moki going on at the same time here. Is he playing? Yes, he is playing. Justin, great. Both players have joined, so we can get. Oh, I also still need to put the map on the right map. And let me also just quickly transition into the correct screen. We're starting our game. We have Coop from the United Kingdom versus Mr. Fish or Mario Mamma Mia from Portugal. Immediately spawning in right here. Insta zoom on the US from Coop. Well, Montreal, Quebec. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Digby waterfront, 3-kilometer loop. That has to be like both players have found the Digby info. That should just be Ontario. If these players know where Digby is located, they can easily 5k this. Ontario is big. I don't like Montreal. I don't like Montreal at all, but it's a fine guess if Mr. Freak knows that where it is. We'll see if they can actually. Oh, is it? Yeah, that part. New Brunswick, I'm not too sure. It could actually be New Brunswick or like Nova Scotia. Or Nova Scotia, or however you want to pronounce it. Both players absolutely taking their time. Mr. Freak hasn't even. Oh, that's Halifax. That's big info. That's big info, that's a big name. But does Mr. Freak know where Halifax is located? He's scanning the map, going Houston, locking in on Houston. That's not right. We have a very zoomed in zoom from Goop on Nova Scotia. Will this... And we have a great guess coming from Goop, just a wee bit more down in Nova Scotia, doing an absolute buttload of damage. That's what you expect from the one player that's experienced here. Going into the next round, probably just a rush, it seems. We have 3 lines on the crossing man. Let's see if the players agree with, yeah, the instant zoom in on the Russia. I'm not sure exactly where it is located in Russia, but of course thinking about it. Let's see if these players can actually lock in and find out where it is located. Pardon me. We have the plonk down between Moscow and Kazan. I don't think it's... I would personally say there we have the Cyrillic language found by Coop. Just another confirmation that he's looking in the right area. I can't read Russian, so I have no idea what that sign that Mr. Freak is looking at is saying. I have genuinely no idea here where you would even plonk. I'd say a bit lower, a bit more to that Kazakh border, because it's rather flat here, and the more you go higher northern, it gets a bit more hilly, a bit more spruce woody, and we have like spruce, I mean pine is up there, while we have, I don't know the English word, what I mean. Let's see where both players are in that Russia area, and it just in between them and Mr. Freak gets that wee bit of damage of 400. Bit of damage. You won't be happy about it, but you won't be sad about it that the damage is going on to them. We have a row, seemingly... Oh, we have an insta zoom on Italy. I really like Italy here. Actually, this actually could totally be Italy, and I mean, who probably just knows. Mr. Fruki is moving to get that info, which is what you like to see. But Goop is just zooming in and scanning that map for a place they like. And we have some windmills in the background. Why are you zooming in on that sign? You won't find any of that. Going lower, that's actually really good in my opinion. Oh, they're trying to line up a road. No, they decided to give up, but I actually thought they were onto something that would have been insane. They're a bit under Naples, so at the same height of Salerno. No, Coop locks in, putting the pressure on. Mr. Freak needs to get his good guess right, because I feel like Coop is very confident getting the hit. And wow, great guess. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Down to 898. I was confusing number of systems in my head once again. Then here we have zooming in immediately again on the Europe. It's probably gonna be, I'm not actually sure. It's Mediterranean, that's for sure, with these trees. Actually, I'd say Spain actually makes sense here, I guess. We'll see what these players can figure out, what they can cook up. zooming in further on Spain. I think we're actually not looking at an inland location here, but more near a coast. Not like this inland one, but Coop seems to think otherwise, that we're very inland. Mr. Freak hasn't even opened the map, and we're a minute in, while Coop is so zoomed in. We'll see what is moving the clock a little bit to... I think that's gonna be actually quite a lot of damage, because I don't like... I mean, it's a good guess in the fact that I don't think that Mr. Freak actually has that much of glue. Needs to get a plunk in. And Coop is absolutely on it. Wow. What a guess. That's insane. Wow. Genuinely just wow. That. No, let's put it on now. We are just waiting on Mr. Freak, Mario Mamma Mia. Ah yes, we can start this one. Now we're sending it back into no move. Can Coop close it out in that duo fashion? Moving on quickly. We'll find out. Oh, we are in Singapore, it seems. Yeah, just insta moving in Singapore. Both players are indeed in, like, we have the plunk down just in Central Singapore. I really like that. Are you gonna try to line up a road or just insta plunk and put the pressure? I mean, Coop is probably playing with the experience that, hey, you need to get that 5k down here. Maybe to send a message. Little India, I don't think it... I'm not sure if it's gonna be Little India right here. I don't like... Does it actually line up? It fairly lines up here, where the plunk is, but not too much to say that he has the 5k. I think it's still fairly set. Locking in, putting the pressure in high. I don't think Mr. Freak knows what he's looking at. I think he's absolutely clueless. Looking at the United States, this is gonna be big damage, major damage incoming. And Coop is on it once again. And I just dropped a piece of Lego. How cool. Reminder to never fidget with your Legos. We have an elevated highway going in here. We have some European style housing. We of course have the immediate zoom from Coop onto the Europe. I'm not too sure myself which country this is. But we'll see what Coop figures out here. He has 5k at health advantage, but that can disappear quickly. Zooming in on the Poland area, the E40 doesn't line up actually. Wait, I think E40 does line up here. That's actually not a bad guess whatsoever. I kinda like it. Coop is looking, I don't like... I think the original ID was a lot better. But who am I to question the guy that has played the best in the tournament thus far and probably will do so. I don't think neither of them really has a clue where it is for certain. Okay, Moldova, no, it's not Moldova. Moldova doesn't have Google coverage. We have Zagreb, Croatia. It actually is Croatia, a bit of Zagreb. That's Paka. Locking it in, 2-0. Moving on. What a game from Goob. Wow. That's insane. GG's. That's an absolutely dominant 2-0. Moving just on into the semi-finals already. Then next match is gonna be another match. Yeah, next match is gonna be another match. Who would have seen that one coming? Always takes me some seconds to get this set up. Oh well. Our next match is not Nile versus Jason. Let's quickly send them, DM them the code so they can join our game while I get our settings for the game all set up. Now we're okay. Nile is in. We're only waiting for Jason right here. Both players are in, so let's get this show on the road. We have Nile again from the UK versus Jason from Germany. Another EU matchup, and we immediately spawn in what seems like Europe. I'm not 100% sure myself yet which country this is. We have European blue on the yellow van. The road is a bit weird for Europe in my opinion, but hey, we'll see what this. We have some wooden houses, or what seems to be wooden, so immediately I think more of two. We have some. Nile has found some big information, Russian text, and it's a school bus. So let's see if he can use that information he has, because he has a major information advantage over Nile. I don't think it's India. Why are you zooming in on India? Nepal? Bruv is trolling. Oh, I thought we had a domain name, but no, it's just .com. But Jason has found the same, well, different information, but which actually means the same information, except if he knows the numbers, the number codes for the areas and stuff. I don't like Nepal whatsoever. Jason zooming in on Europe, now switching over to more Ukraine, having a central, plunking is Ukraine and locking it in. It was a bit at the Slovakian border, doing absolute ton of damage. That was one good round. And now moving on into the second round, we have some Spanish language. In Latin America, we have some Peru kind of architecture, but that's like that whole area, not like sports area. Now zooming on Mexico. Yeah, could it be Mexico? Kinda. Well, I wouldn't say it actually is Mexico, but it just might be that I'm wrong. but I doubt it. Oh, we have some kilometers per hour sign. That's actually quite useful because a fair few countries in Latam actually use miles. Justin locks it in. On Brazil seems more like a hedge attempt than anything else. Lower Mexico from Nile. I actually think Justin will actually win this round, just purely because of his hedge. It was in Peru. So, yeah, that's actually a fair bit of damage. Down to 600 HP here. Nile needs to lock in, and we get a beautiful round, which should, of course, be northern Argentina or Chile. Very northern. That's the only region that looks like this. I don't know if those players know. Nile has found some language, is now reading it, saying, hey, that's Spanish, and then I hope he can connect in his brain the dots. What is Spanish, has mountains, and looks cold? Because he has all the clues he needs to get a good guess, but I don't think he is actually connected the dots because he zoomed in on Europe. Justin yet to open his map. We'll see what he is able to pull off. 1 minute roughly remaining, also zooming in, not really zooming in, that's way too wide to call zooming in, just opening the map. But looking more to that Sweden-Norway area, which just doesn't make sense whatsoever. Walking in on Sweden, that's gonna be very bad. That's a terrible guess, if I may say it like that. Nile needs to lock in. He's not looking at the right area. This damage is gonna be peanuts in damage. Like I said, northern Argentina / Chile, right on the border. We have some birch trees, thin birch trees, dirt road. I cannot really read that sign. Okay, it's seemingly European script. You should just be looking at the three Baltic countries, aka Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and maybe Finland. That's like the three countries you should be looking at right now. But neither player has opened their map, both being probably really clueless on what to do. Or just moving around, we have a zoom in on the United States of America. That doesn't feel right because we also have that antenna at the back of the car, which clearly indicates to me that Alright. Sorry, I was just distracted for a bit. We'll see what these players are thinking. We have some hay bales what Justin is looking at. I don't know, when I see those hay bales, I think that, oh yeah, that's tradition. That's just European. When I see those, everything just screams Europe. And Justin seems to agree with me. Going all the way up into very northern Finland, I don't particularly like that too much, but it's way better being it's Latvia and closing out the game, getting that first win moving. So that's absolutely insane. Going up to 1-0, and we'll quickly just move on to our no move. where maybe Nile can break it back. Maybe Justin closes out in a convincing fashion. We'll see. We have some very red soul, yellow inner lines. It's way too small for me to read, but I think that's Spanish. What we're looking at, this should just be Brazil, I feel. We have some guy in chat here saying Sao Paulo State in Brazil. I don't think it's the Sao Paulo State, but Brazil is definitely the right country. Well, it could actually be an Uruguay zoom from Nile. That could be fine, honestly, going into here. Jazz has changed their block to the United States. That, okay, going down a bit with Mexico, but you need to go down a whole bit more. I think both players are taking their damn sweet time. Justin locks in on Mexico. No. Chatter, you weren't right that it was Sao Paulo State, but you were damn close. So I'm gonna give you, you're right. Because the Sao Paulo State would have been an insane get. And I actually didn't know there was a lot of sugar cane in that area. Here we just... Can I see the road texture? Probably Philippines. Feels like it to me. Indonesia. Not amazing guess, not a terrible guess. Now zooming in on Colombia, I don't think that's really correct. But hey. We'll see what... Now it looks like Indonesia. It was just on the... on some... Oh, Kami Queen Island. Yeah, it's such a random island, to be honest, nothing. Justin is absolutely struggling here in the Noble. Already lost a whole chunk of damage. We have Indonesian, it seems. Yeah, we also just have an Indonesian flag. Will any of them notice that there's just an Indonesian flag chilling? Like, it was right there. I'm not too sure about which island it would... I think Justin hasn't noticed that there is an Indonesian flag. And yeah, it was Nias Indonesia. That's a whole lot of damage. Nile is gonna be... If Justin doesn't lock in right here, Nile is gonna be pushing it into the no move ban and zoom. And yeah, gee, I sure wonder which country this is. Of course, the immediate zoom from Justin into South Korea, just recognizing that language. Which is like, surely, does Nile actually realize that this is South Korean? Zooming in on Japan, not real in Hokkaido, that's actually gonna... Oh, not in Hokkaido. But still, that's gonna be massive damage. And we were just in Seoul. Yeah, capital clickers win. Now here we are in some country. Honestly, I'm a bit clueless myself on this one. We have where the Justin was like. Nope, it's not there. That's I actually and Niall is just well not on it, but on it enough to send it into no move, ban and zoom. Justin absolutely broke down into that no move game. How is that gonna be translating into that NMPZ? Let's find out right now. We're loading into that game. Starting the game. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Right here. What will these players think? We have Turkey? Okay, I wasn't paying attention again, and Justin just sent like Guatemala? Something like that. No, it's not what? Oh, it was just Spain. I was being clueless with my Turkey. Then, what do we have here? Just a dirt road. I'm not the best dirt recognizer myself, so I don't know. Actually, I could see it be no, not just randomly plugging again in the same-ish location. Justin, what are you doing? Probably just trying to not let Niall put the pieces together. Hey! The random plonk worked out, and Niall didn't even guess. So that's already a ton of damage going in. We have here Australia, probably the Null Arbor if I... Let's see what these players are thinking right here. Mexico, okay, sure. Mexico, New Mexico, Texas border-ish. I don't like the guess at all, but hey, maybe it works. We'll see. Let the players cook. Yeah, it was just Australia. It wasn't in Null Arbor, like I originally suggested. Yeah, okay, the road angle didn't even make sense for the Null Arbor. And we are in Latin America, which seems to be Ecuador. That's my guess on this one. I actually don't mind Niall's guess too much right there in Chile. That's not my favorite guess, but hey, it does work. Yeah, I was just right about the Ecuador guess. But that's a lot of return damage, equalizing the game. The Justin had a massive lead, is gone now. Let's see how this goes in round 5. Can I be crazy? Liechtenstein. Because we have that Gen 4 coverage here. We have those kind of weird mountains. Very steep. I haven't right. It wasn't Liechtenstein, but now Niall takes a lead over once again, but it's still practically nothing. Just instantly locked. I don't think that makes sense, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's more gonna be something like in Southeast Asia because of the road texture. Yeah, it was just the Philippines. Yeah, that happens. Big damage here. Moving on into the 7th round. Right here. 4 times damage, and we have some Japan. Why did I pronounce it like that? But this is just... It could also be Korea. I don't have any line. Which to be working off. But it should just... It was South Korea. And another time, 4 times damage, that's gonna hurt. And that's gonna kill. And lock it in. And have Nile moving on and eliminating Jasin from the tournament. Let me just... Now, we are going into the last match of round 1. The next match is Kevin versus Dalos. So let me just get our game set up once again. I need to go set up everything for this one. Hope the players join quickly. Alright, and our players are in. Dallas has a bit of a funny name here, but hey, who cares? Let me just transition back. Oops, I forgot to turn this setting off. We have Mr. Fancy Savannah from Mexico, also known as Dallas, versus King Kevinho from Germany. And we are starting in what I do believe not his own country. But we are in the Europe region, probably Denmark, Norway-ish. Yeah, with that just makes sense to be there. Kevin zooming in on Germany, Denmark, Sweden, zooming up into, yeah, I actually like where he's looking. I mean, to be fair, with this amount of info, you should be able to narrow it down to Dalos. This is not Russian. Or, I mean, I know you don't know your languages, but hey, just to confirm that we are in fact in Europe, it's European blue that we were looking at just now on the license plate. Dalos now zooming in on France. Germany, I don't like it, but if you see it as damage mitigation, I don't think it's actually Sweden, because the road lines just don't make sense for Sweden. They're just moving around, aimlessly trying to find that place name, but the time is ticking, only 20 minutes remaining. 20 minutes, oh my god. I am very smart sometimes. Yeah, I think if Dalos does not get a great plunk here, Kevin is just winning this round, because yeah, and Kevin is just quite literally off, not really 200 kilometers off, not a great guess, but hey, it works out. Well, here we have, yeah, cool. Do the players know? We shall see. If I recall correctly, those are Czech place names. Snow tires. Bee House Maya. Oh my god, Maya the bee. let's see what these players are. Slovakia, not a bad guess, all things considered. Now then, what is Dallas thinking? Can Dallas find where it is exactly? Yet to open the map. 1 minute remaining. Kevin just looking at the mailboxes, hoping to find some info. Yet he can't. We have some wheelie bins. Embalaza. I have no clue where that's from, but let's see. Finally opening the map with 25 seconds remaining. Looking, Dallas. I'm pretty sure you're not in Thailand, but just going into Thailand, sure. I think this might genuinely be game already. And Kevin just absolutely on it. And yeah, GG's. That's certainly a 1-round game. Great game by Kevin, absolutely showing up and showing how to play Europe. So let's see how they will fare in no move. We have a location in Latin America. Let's see what these players are thinking. Will they figure it out? Or won't they? Why do I only realize now I haven't paused the playlist and I have like Toho Jazz remixes on in the background? But let's see what these players are thinking. Kenya, I don't really like Kenya that much. As a guess from Dallas, but hey, maybe you know something that I don't. We'll see. Kevin, of course, zooming in a lot. I'm going for it. Well, it was Indonesia, which has honestly very little damage, so all good. We have an interesting round right here. Will they figure it out? Both are looking at the Ronda Villa Musea and trying to piece it together. The insta zoom on Europe from Dallas. I wouldn't mind Europe if it was that the car had a blue thing, but it doesn't. So oh, that garage up there must be. Yeah, I think we actually with it. Also with that wall, we will probably be in Latin America somewhere. Oh yeah, and the architecture later on. Some of these houses do look fairly European though. I have to admit. I think that Malta also still has European blue. Actually, Malta doesn't even make sense because there's way too much open space and full of that space. Where will Kevin put his plunk down? Looking into Turkey. And Dallas is just on it. I didn't see the European blue. But hey, that's absolutely massive damage locking in. Which he absolutely needs to do after the abysmal round that was previous round. And we have what seems like El Spania again. Which is a different area of the country. Can these players figure out where they are? That is the name of the game, to guess where you are. But will they or won't they? The time is ticking on and on, yet Dallas hasn't opened this map once and Kevin doesn't know where to zoom. What will they do? Zooming in on that Mediterranean area, I don't believe it's actually there where Kevin is looking at. Dallas opened his map for a little bit, but going back to just scanning the environment, trying to get as many clues as he can from the one house. Back in the map, zooming in on that Mediterranean area. I don't think it's actually in Africa where Kevin is looking. I don't like it at all, because where it's going, I don't like where either one is, has guess. How's that flung down? Why am I? It wasn't Greece. And that puts Kevin on only a sliver of health. And we are going into Africa. I don't remember exactly which country this car was from, but I think it was like Kenya. But will these players know their car meta? Let's find out. They're just looking around, trying to find any clues that police fan probably can give good amount of information if you know your police fans. Yeah, Kevin is looking, in my opinion, at the right couple of countries. It has to be one of those, in my opinion. And Dallas is just off. If Dallas decides for the Philippines, that might be game. That might genuinely be game. And that will mean Kevin moves on. So, will he actually commit to his crazy ID? If I was Kevin in this situation, I would have guessed a long time ago. If I knew that Dallas has no clue and is still zoomed in on Mindanao and plonked and guessed there. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be major damage. Kevin moves his ping slightly more to Kenya, which should only increase his damage that he's doing. And it was Kampala. And that's game. That's game. Absolute cinema. Bringing it back from only a sliver of health and moving on into the semi-finals. thank you everybody who has been eliminated in round 1 for playing. But now we will go back onto our second round, the semi-finals round. Let's get these players set up for their semi-finals match. Well, both players have joined our room. Oh, I still have it standing on moving, but on no move. So now let's go into our semi-finals. Coop versus Not Nile. The UK versus the UK. I still forgot to turn off start. Both players have spawned in. Big info already immediately. Insta super from Coop into Portugal. Just knowing his signs, knowing probably roughly which area it is. But does Nile know? That's the real question. Putting a plank down right up all the way in North Portugal. I actually really like that guess because you have those, I think, those trees that you see that's you find that's roughly in that area, so I do really like that guess here. Oh! Apparently the stream doesn't see the game. Oopsie whoopsie, I didn't transition into the game. Oops, sorry iPhone. Whoops. Because we're with a delay thing with the we have a spin guess from Not Nile and just Coop is refusing to move the whole ground. Not a lot of damage, but both players getting roughly the same area, and then we're here. Yup. This is gonna be a fun round. I'm not exact. I think this is just gonna be Bangladesh because I'm not exactly sure if this is shit cam or not. But we immediately have the India Bangladesh from Coop. Just knowing the language, it cannot be anything else but Northern India or Bangladesh. Like the fog makes me think it's shit cam, but the road doesn't look like shit cam. Nile, this is gonna be dramatic damage if you actually end up going into Ukraine. But I have some very deep zoom-ins from Coop here. And now has finally found language and decided to go to Malaysia of all places, which sure is better. Coop walks in, And is quite a bit off, but still way closer. Doing a buttload of damage. Our next round should just be an easy Spain. Yes, political posters or advertisements. I'm not sure because they look this. Is that an advertisement or a political poster? Those are dead posters that Niall's looking at. Oh, I now realize that I was fully wrong about my easy Spain. It's Italy. I saw Italian license plates. I am very dumb. I was mistaking my road signs once again. That happens when you haven't played in months. Did Niall see the license plates? That's gonna... Well, that's gonna be round 1. Well, it's GG go next into no move. Can Coop recover? No, not recover. Man, my brain is not braining anymore. Can Niall bring it back or not? I have no clue where Puente Acrobatica is, but it's probably a Latam. We have the immediate zoom onto Chile, which actually makes a fair bit of sense here. That area of Chile does kind of look like it. It's not too hilly. I mean, it's hilly, but it's not high hills. This was just Bolivia. Here we have some E-type railings and some car. I'm not exactly which country this is, to be fair, but Group immediately zooms in on the Europe, which makes a fair bit of sense. We have some kind of Czech-looking language that Niall found. I'm not too convinced Serbia is a good guess, but we'll see. They have been playing pretty good, so they are not looking at anything and just locked in. That's fairly weird, if I have to be honest. It was in Czechia, and where Niall is closer, yeah. It was in Czechia, the language did look kind of Czech-like. We have just, in the next round, quite a lot of merge to these. let's see what these players are trying to figure out here. We probably are just in one of those countries like Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia once again. I don't think that's exactly correct what Coop is looking at, because I'm not sure if White Russia actually has coverage. But hey, it works out. And locking in the game. And winning like that. And moving on into the grand final. With that, Nile is not eliminated just yet because he's going into the third place match. We will be seeing more of him. Now our next match, I don't think Jen is here yet. Because Jen actually had an interview to attend after. Jen versus Kevin. Let's see. How this will go. Jen is still in a meeting, and I can't really delay this match anymore. So I'm not exactly sure how long. Okay, they say around 10 minutes. So match will be delayed by 10 minutes. If Jen hasn't appeared by the hour, she will be disqualified. And of course, no third place match as well, because we will be. So I will be throwing it into a quick break now. welcome back everybody. Sorry for the random break, but we are back. So let's get just straight back into the game. Kevin versus Jen for a shot to make it to the grand final. And we spawned in Latin America, it seems. They're just scanning around, deciding not to move even though they have the game. There we go. Just looking around, reading. This is probably where Jen holds the biggest advantage, because she can read that Spanish. If she can find something that would indicate something, I don't know what, but she would probably find out, and she can probably also tell the difference between Spanish and Portuguese, which would be fairly handy if you don't instantly know where is. This looks quite a bit like Colombia to me, in my opinion. But I'm not too positive because I suck at Latin America. Jen zooming in on Brazil. Not a bad guess at all. Kevin being a bit clueless on this one. Random chatter says that it's Brazil because they know it's Brazilian area codes. Let's see if you're right. Phone is the Accra state. Let's see if it's the Accra state. We have a... Well, nerd emoji, it's not the Accra state. It was directly on the border, so that probably crossed into it. We have some Asia, probably Taiwan or Japan. Japan. Yeah, that's just Japanese, eh? It could actually be still Taiwan. I just saw kanji and I was like, yeah, it's Taiwan. I'm pretty positive of that one. Kevin just zooming in on. Yeah, I think he knows. I think Kevin knows now. Jen, that doesn't have coverage. I know you shouldn't be watching at the screen. Yeah, this is gonna be fairly big damage. It was a bit outside of Taipei. Doing a lot of damage, putting Jen on red health already. Then we go to Thailand, it seems. Or Cambodia, I'm not really good at telling language record. In on what I don't believe to be it. I really like Kevin's guess here. That's just gonna be game. That's game, there's no way. Well, and also getting fairly right where in Thailand we are. And then just locking in and winning the moving super convincingly. We'll send it, of course, right into no move. So let's get right into the no move and see how it... And, oh wait. Why does this road look so familiar? But yet I can't. Argentina, most likely. We have a Chile from China. I'm not too convinced it will actually be Chile around about San Diego, but both are thinking about the same area. I think like it was indeed still Chile, but all the way at Punta Arenas. So very, very northern. And we have some straight up shit scam. Welcome to India. Will the players know shit scam? Where it is located. Jen just clicks India, which is good because it is India. Kevin also zooming in on the India. Different area of India, both pretty northern, and Jen is absolutely on it. Well, John locked in on Peru. I don't think it actually is Peru. I just like either, and it was just in Cambodia. Tiny chip damage, doesn't matter. We'll see what happens in the next round. And we spawn in me think. Random gas Finland or Estonia. Let's say Estonia. Jen just instantly locking in Denmark. Where will Kevin put the plonk? Pressure is on him. 2 seconds remaining. Check it out. Doesn't work as well as Latvia. Jen does another bit of chip damage. And we spawn in again. Keep in mind. Ah, where did we have these kind of road signs, place name signs? God, I forgot. Yeah, I should remember that one, but I forgot. will these players know where it's from? Because I sure don't. I will probably be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But like, it's clearly European. I think with the Dutch, it's probably like Estonia. No, it doesn't make sense. Latvia. Let's just say, I think. Yeah, this is Poland. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Big damage, getting the lead back because of massive. Simply multipliers because funny, and we spawn again in what seems to be what does it seem to be? Southeast Asia for sure, but I mean, is it Southeast Asia for sure? I don't even know that for sure. I just get an inkling that it's Southeast Asia, maybe Indonesia, but I'm not that sure. Okay, I don't like where Kevin is looking, but it's a winning. Yes, I feel. Oh, it was Cambodia? Ah, no, I don't. Was it Thailand? And winning. That's 2-0 for Kevin. And moving on into the grand finals. Keep in mind, we're now going into our third place match. So our next match will be a best out of 5. And it will be Jen versus Not Nile for the third place decider match. So, let me quickly explain how this will work, because the BO5 work a wee bit different than we usually have at work. So, first we go into moving, then no move again, to then go back into moving, to then go into no move, and then an NPC if needed. So it's a first to 3, so you need to win, yeah, just 3 games. It's that simple. This is for the third place, for the bronze medal. So let's see how these players will fare up. And we spawn in the beautiful, I mean it's a beautiful location, and I feel Latin America. No, actually I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about this one. Okay. I'm really not too sure, but I feel, yeah, okay, that La Palma, the Latin America sounds like it. But does Jen know we're in Latin America? I don't think we're in her country because it doesn't have fucking Brave here. I genuinely don't know where you would click here. Probably Brazil, honestly. Oh wait. I was silly again. Sorry again for the screen switch. I'm top 100 streamers. And a 20-second delay probably doesn't help. So sorry for that. 25 seconds remaining. What will these players have cooked up? Zooming in, both on Brazil, clicking Colombia and clicking Paraguay. I think this probably is going to check. And it was there in Panama, which is a lot of damage for round 1, round 3k. Absolutely sending Nile home there. I mean, and here we spawn on a beautiful sunset in Australia with a, I mean, while Jen is deciding to go away from the sunset, Nile is just riding on into the sunset, riding off, trying to find info before the credits roll. No info anywhere in sight, it just flat plains, some little trees here and there. Do these players though? Well, opens his maps, zooms in on Africa, which, to be honest, I don't think it is. John locks in on Germany and Czechia. Ah, clearly, yes. This is Germany or Czechia. Where does clicking in the middle of Africa, and it was in fact Australia. Big damage incoming 6. Wow, that's gotta hurt. And now we spawn in once again on what seems to be American soil. Nile is not really moving a lot, just staring, and there he is moving out again. Maximum 60, that... Wait, was it? Isn't that in Canada if it says maximum? I'm not 100% sure anymore. Yeah, I don't like where Jen is belonged in the United Kingdom. I don't like that. I think Nile will have figured out that this is not the UK. But he needs to open his map, he needs to put a plonk down. Just Central America. It was right there in Ontario, a bit under Toronto, doing an absolute boat ton of damage, making an absolute massive comeback when it's needed. Insta zoom in on the language, it's Spanish. San Jacinto del Punto, Recinto el whatever, I can't speak Spanish. We have dollars, so we have to be in Latin America. It's in Santo Domingo, I feel. Jen is just looking at Mexico, trying to moving around, looking at what I believe to be a school. Nile finally opens his map and starts looking at Santo Domingo, and we have political posters. Shadow would be feasting right now. Clearly he knows who Miguel Bravo is. And an easy 5k if you know your political posters. Now, Nile put his plonk down in Ecuador, but now looking at an island, I forgot the name, because I'm really not too good at those islands. 20 seconds left-ish. Then needs to get our Blanca down, because else it, I mean, 15 seconds is a world of time. And now then, this will be damaged. This will be damaged no matter what. And it was in Ecuador. I bet Niall must be killing himself after that switcheroo, but he still wins game 1. But don't worry, we have plenty more to come, because we'll be going straight into no move. If Jen decides to press continue. That it. And that's it. Let's go straight into our no moving. But you're not done if you win this. And here we are on a bridge somewhere that I don't particularly recognize. All zooms in here on Europe. We have a Ghana, I guess. And it was all the way in southern Africa, a bit under East London. Oi, bruv. East London. All British people in chat are absolutely molding right now. And we spotted in a beautiful snowy scene or forest. Right? Could this be like very southern? No, it actually couldn't. There was no road line. Maybe it could be like very southern. Sweden also has like snow coverage, and you actually do. And Niall is just looking at Russia, to random places that probably have never seen a Google Street View car in their life. Oh, we did in Kenya. It's just easy Kenya. We have yeah, I don't know how to call it in English, but in Dutch we call it a snorkel on the car. Both players just looking around trying to figure out where they are, while the clue that reveals the country is right in front of them on the car, but they probably do not know. They should have opened the PowerPoint that I made. If they did that, they would have known. Just clicking Middle Africa. This could deal a fair bit of damage depending on where Niall goes, or could just do nothing and she could get a whole bunch of damage. Because I don't think Niall actually knows what it is. 2 times damage, that's a fine amount of damage. Niall is absolutely bleeding right now. And he needs to lock in here. In another Africa round. Same couple of countries, I believe. But I don't exactly know where. In like a few... Oh wait, I think this is the car that also drove in Kenya, but at a different place in Kenya. But I could be confusing things, like I usually am. And Jen clicks Colombia. I don't think Colombia is both. And yeah, it was just Kenya. Like, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about the area, and neither of the players knowing the car meta. And here we are again in Europe, it feels, I think. Not sure exactly which European country. If you could read, this is the annoying part sometimes about no move. Like, you think, hey, if I just could move that wee bit closer, I could read that, but no, you can't. You only have what you can read in your vicinity, and that's what really makes the no move game mode special over the moving game mode. Jen just clicks in middle of Europe. One belt clicks in America. I think Jen does an absolute ton of damage here. Locking in and getting it to 1-1. Back to moving we go. And here we are back in Africa, what I feel to be Senegal. But do these players realize what they are looking at? Do they know? Oh, no, it's not, it's Nigeria. Nigerian police car. Why has nobody moved? Except one step. They realize you can move. Right? This is moving. Yeah. I just wanted to think, did I forget to turn on moving? But no, it is moving. And Jen guesses in Puerto Rico. Well, Niall is not sure where to go, but let's see if he knows. And he clicks on Ghana, Nigeria area-ish, which is good because it was a Nigerian car. Police car. Which absolutely does a boatload of damage. And I'm pretty sure these are Spanish signs now. With these mountains in the background, I don't know in which area of Spain you would. Maybe to the Spanish Pyrenees. Camino. So whatever. You're probably just in Spain. Niall has discovered that he can move, in fact, while Jen still hasn't. Jen is doing something. I don't think it's around Santiago, but hey, if you wanna commit your guess in Santiago, go ahead. Now then. Jen logs in an area I don't think is right. I do think the country is right. And yes, it was Spain. But Niall is so far off. It's gonna cost him so much. Absolutely bleeding already. 800 damage going into the third round. That's not what you like to see, definitely, because that multiplier keeps rising. Sure, you can mount a comeback, but you need to be on point every time now. There's no room for error anymore. I believe we're back in the European Union for this one. Can't really tell which country for now. You can drive south here, which is fine, I think. You can't fly drones. That's not allowed. Okay. I don't know what to do with this. I really am clueless on this one. I wonder if any of the players have any ID. And I hope they get an ID very quickly, because only 40 seconds remaining in this round. And winning this game is very, very important, because you get that advantage going into the moving round, no move. Because like, you don't want this game going into NPC, because NPC is just randomness. You don't want that as a player, definitely as an inexperienced player. That's not something you like to see. Both players about roughly the same way away. Jen is just a wee bit closer, doing 400 chip damage, and that just makes it more devastating for Nile. Needs to be on point. I already said this last round, but the room for error is only shrinking and shrinking. We have some info to work on here. One little sign that points your way into the Baltic region. Eastern Europe, most likely, somewhere. Will they figure out where they are located? Only 50 seconds left in the round. They will need to get their plonks on very shortly. Mal has finally found a big road. Jen just put her plonk down in just Central Europe, Czechia. Which is actually a fine tactic right now. And this is gonna be game. Jen is gonna win this. Getting it to 2-1. One more round, and Jen gets third place, and it's in no move. And now we go into no move. Can Nile push it into that no move pan and zoom? Or does Nile lock it out? Jen. Does Jen lock it out here in this no move? And here we spawn on a red sanded flat plain. Most likely in Brazil. Jan locks in here in Somalia. Does Nile realize? Oh, it was Australia. Oh yeah, all the way at Darwin. Holy shit, how did I forget about Darwin? Yeah, it's very red there. And here we spawn again on a dirt road, but we have some things to go off and it's Spanish. And this should just be Latin America, I believe. Walks in. Here in Latin America, Bolivia, not a bad guess at all. Nile needs to get the plunk down. Similar area is a wee bit closer. Down here, does 800 damage, which is fine, honestly, for these early days. But you want to be seeing more damage going your way if you're down. Now, we are in Southeast Asia once again, probably Thailand if I look at this bridge. Jen, looking at Latin America. If she decides to actually dedicate to Latin America, she could be suffering big damage if Nile knows. And then with 2 times multiplier, that's absolutely need that a bigger what am I saying? Brain isn't, and Nile is indeed zooming on that area that I was talking about, that area that I believe it to be. But will these players be able to figure out? Thus, zooming in on Thailand, yes. That's a good get. Jen putting her plunk down all the way on Brazil. Locking in Brazil. This could be big damage. This could be massive damage. Game-winning damage even. And pushing it into no move. Bam. And zoom. For a final decider. Where it all comes down. To one singular frame. That's all you get here. If Jen is willing to be pressing continue. And she's always a bit on the slow side. But now we are going into the NMBZ, the mode that every Geoguessr player fears. Except if you are zigzag. And here, this is what you get. We have some corn, I believe, some houses, and nothing more. Where do you think it is? Neither player seems to have any inkling where it could be. Just looking at the entire world, zooming in and zooming out on Latin America, which I don't think is a terrible guess. Then locks in Ecuador. Not bad at all. I'm not sure, because yeah, I'm no NPC player myself. Nile needs to put a guess down. He's absolutely clueless. This is big damage already. Never mind. No multiplier. 900. But hey, damage is what they say. Round number 2. We have big info to be working with, which I believe to be Spanish. No, Portuguese. Jen, Lux in Portugal. Hello, are you hearing what I'm saying? Jen. Nile being in Mexico. Moving to Spain! The last minute to minimize damage. Just still losing quite a bit of damage right there. Down to half his HP. Jen yet to lose a single bit here in the United States of America. I'm really clueless where in the USA it is. Jen just looks at her map at Europe and Africa, which it isn't. Jen locks in France. This could be big damage. This could be massive damage. We were here in New Brunswick. That was a fair bit off. Just 2.4k damage, not a lot. Could have been way better if you actually gotten a bit more closer. But hey, that practically ties up the score. We're in just a plane, a dirt road that's going straight into vast nothingness. Jen walks in on Seattle. I don't know what that state is called. Alright. And it was in Montana. Both players getting actually fairly close here, right on that border. You were probably just here on the border road. Jen a wee bit closer. And now we are back in the US. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have gotten 3 US back to back. Jen blocks in Denmark, while Nal is pressing kill. This could be massive damage. This could be game. And this wins it! Nile gets third, while Jen gets only fourth. That's how a tiebreaker like that works. What a match! Needing all matches to win. Let's send it over into our grand finals. Let's get these players up and running in the game. And both players are here. So let's get straight into the game. And not forget to transition into the game screen for the grand finals. For that gold. The UK versus Germany. And here we are. in what I believe to be Botswana. Good thing from Kevin looking immediately down at the card, checking if that Ghana tape is there. That's a good instinct. Coop is just moving. I'm pretty positive this is that one national park all the way in the top of Botswana, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not exactly sure. This could be DRC because they have a very bit of the of a national park coverage, but I feel to believe that it's actually that national park in Botswana if I have to make my very own guess. Yeah, that kind of stone indicates to me that we actually are in that Botswana National Park. I think it just makes sense to me. Kevin clicking Ghana, just recognizing the structure it's mounted upon, but not recognizing that there's no tape. It's not Ghana. Coop will be oh, it was the national park all the way, like Kruger National Park. I mean, I was right that it was a national park. Copium. Dealing only a wee bit of damage. And here we have it. Is that Thai that's written there, or where is it? That's Thai. We're in Thailand. That's for certain. It can be Cambodia with this tech term. Just where in Thailand are we? Coop seems to know. Both get a plonk down in Thailand. Central Thailand for Kevin. High northern Thailand for Coop. I don't think it's actually high northern Thailand. I think it should actually be more central if I look at the utility poles here, but I'm not 100% sure. And it was all the way in the south, which has Kevin doing a fair bit of damage, gaining a no, not. Coop still has the lead, but it's only a sliver of health. And here we are, with the Euromiljonen, which I believe to be at the house. Gosling. Oh, Coop has so much information right now. Both have a lot of information. If you know where Gosling is, you know where you are. I mean, Austria, it is just Austria, but where in Austria are you? Kevin is just looking at the map, hoping he can see the name. Well, Coop is just... Oh, big info by Coop, big info. Oh. Coop blocking in, I'm way more confident in their guess than in Kev's guess. Kevin is way close and dealing damage. Once again, 300, that's nothing to sneeze at, tying up the game practically. And to Indonesia. Yeah, this is that's an Indonesian flag. I just saw a whiff of it. I don't know if any of the players have caught it, but Coop just knows. But does Kevin know? That's the real question. There we have another piece of confirmation on Coop's screen that it is in fact Indonesia. There is another Indonesian flag. I've seen 3 already in this one singular round. They just appear everywhere in that country. And then here in Masca, locking in the Masca, putting the pressure on Kevin. He needs to be correct. No, this is gonna be damage. This is gonna be round winning. Goop absolutely on it. Just locking in. Four. That no move gate. Going up 1-0. Let's get into it. As we spawn here in, oh god, what country was this again? The paint search. I don't like Goop's guess whatsoever here. But if they are cooking, they are cooking. I actually tend to agree more with Kevin right here, but I'm not too sure. And wow. Absolute throw by Goop. That's a massive blunder, giving a big lead to Kevin. Can he hold on? Goop has been absolutely dominant throughout this entire tournament. Zooming in immediately on that Tel Aviv area. And that's where I believe it to be. I feel like this... Can Kevin pick up on these vibes? Yes, kinda. He's looking at the correct area, looking labeled, and it's in between them. What? They're practically just as far apart, very little damage. Going into the next round, Kevin is still holding on for his dear life. Here in Latin America. Banco del Barrio. Goop zooming into Venezuela. I don't like Venezuela whatsoever at all. Venezuela does not have street view coverage. Like at all. It used to have, but it doesn't anymore. Every dunk got nuked. What are you doing, Goop? It doesn't have street view coverage. That's basic 101 Geoguessr. Venezuela doesn't exist. Is Goop doing this for the cinema or is he just clueless? Kevin has finally opened his map, zooming in onto Brazil. I don't believe it to be Brazil. I think it's either Colombia or Ecuador. That are the only two countries that make sense going into middle Brazil. And it was Ecuador. Goop is a wee bit closer because of that. Venezuela, I guess that doesn't make sense whatsoever. But hey, it works out. Attempting to tie up the game. Here we have Mexico communication. Stuff which you can just see it barely. And we're probably indeed, like Kevin is thinking, pretty northern because it's deserty. That's what you have in northern Mexico. Exactly where he is. I don't dislike his guess. It's a good guess. trying to line up that road. This is what my PowerPoint presentation does to you. Both looking roughly in the same area. Seconds remaining, both right now. Goob is as well trying to line up a road. It's probably not coastal where he's looking. I actually do like Kevin's guess. I know it's not gonna be that 5k right here, 30 seconds into the round. Kevin locks in. Does Goob outplonk him or not? And it's on that Playa California strip. Kevin just a wee bit closer, doing that chip damage. Yeah, we in Iceland, that's for sure. And Goob knows. Putting immediate pressure on. Kevin also knows, but does he? No! What are you? Ice? This is massive damage right here. And that's 2-0. Goob is one step closer to winning the tournament. Kevin needs to lock in right now. Play better Geoguessr than he has ever had. To push it into that NPC to even get a shot at winning. Here we are yet again in what I deem to believe. Actually, is it? Southeast Asia. Yeah, with those mopeds, it has to be Southeast Asia. Yeah, with this road texture now and that, I think both have quite a good clue. Yeah, okay, those are what I think. Yeah, Philippines. I think that's a great guess by Goob here that I have lined up. Does Kevin know? Zooming in on the Middle East, which doesn't make sense at all. Saudi Arabia just doesn't make sense. Locking in the guess. Does Kevin stay or does he move? Because this will be massive damage. I can guarantee. Finally zooming out. And it was Indonesia, so the damage loss will be fairly minimal. Way less as I expected, but that's still big losses. And no, Goob, that's just not right. That's not South Africa. I believe this to be Tunis. And it's not Greece either. It was Tunis. Absolute throw from Goob. Just choking. Here we are once again. In what? Now we have this same road texture we've seen 500 million times. I don't like Mila guess really, but hey, another random guess Algeria. That's it. That's gonna be game. Group wins 3-0. That's the grand final. And our winner is Coop. GG's to everybody who participated. Everybody who showed up played their game pretty well. Coop, especially, you played amazing. Kevin actually really impressed me because I never really played Geoguessr before today. So that was really impressive. Same with Niall, Jan. Everybody actually quite impressed me. I expected more shitty guesses. So, GG's. Great tournament to all of you. I'm gonna end the stream now. Do you guys want show match? Me versus Coop. Well, let's just go for it. for the sports. Let's go for like one quick one. Fuck it, let's go for a moving game for the sport of it. That's not bad. That was... Scheiße, Mann! Scheiße! That's so bad, such a big throw. Oh, stream can't see. Ah, dat was fuck. Scheiße. No, fuck, I'm throwing. Yeah. So. Yeah, so that was the funny show match. I played terrible. So yeah, I'm gonna be ending stream now, so thank all of you for watching. I hope you had fun playing. If you didn't play, I hope you had fun watching. Yeah, congrats to everybody who played. Bye!